tape they never wanted us to see just leaked. Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion, a shooting, and now a sex tape. What just dropped might be the most insane twist in this entire saga. We're talking about real footage that could finally reveal what really went down that night and why Tory Lanez pulled the trigger. For years, fans, haters, and media outlets have been going back and forth. He said, she said, court drama, wild accusations, but now all that just took a backseat. The leaked tape has people asking questions no one saw coming. Did jealousy, betrayal, or something way darker spark the whole thing? You will not believe what we found. If you've been following this story from day one and you're just hearing about us now, you have been missing out. You need to watch this. But first, go to the Bro Academy and subscribe to our course for $10,000 a month. And you can have a discount of 25% if you get 25 other people to sign up. You will see exclusive footage of all of the celebrities. We are the real reason that TMZ is so successful. We have provided footage for years and years and years, taking it all the way back to Abraham Lincoln. We have everything. All you have to do is just put your credit card information and give us $10,000 a month.
Tory Lanez team just revealed bombshell information that will exonerate Tory Lanez and destroy and ruin Megan Thee Stallion's career and her credibility. And they laid everything out on a new website. Congresswoman Anna Paulina is the mastermind behind this new website to exonerate Tory Lanez. And it all stemmed from a tweet that she posted a week ago, where she says in 36 hours, we will be releasing new bombshell information that would exonerate Tory Lanez. It wasn't released within 36 hours, but instead they started a website coined after the term 36 hours later and released all the information on that website. A lot of people have questioned her motives, why a congresswoman, a Republican at that, wants to get involved in a Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion hip-hop drama. But she just came out to say she's involved because she truly believes that Tory Lanez was railroaded by a corrupt democratic system. Tory's team did a great job at telling the full story and not.
So he said this Republican congresswoman is trying to get him exonerated, and he said it's basically off the kindness of her heart.
Yeah, I think that's really what congresswoman trying to exonerate him. That's super.
And he's trying to say that it's strictly off just
evidence.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think Tory Lanez is being railroaded. Free him. Oh, congresswoman doing all that? No.
Think she likes him or something? What's going on?
Is bombarding us with new information right away. One of the initial pieces in the first step, they pointed out information that contradicted the storyline that Tory Lanez told Megan Thee Stallion's dance bit and then fired 6 shots at her. They released footage of Megan Thee Stallion admitting that she stepped on glass, but not just that. In this interaction with the police, Megan Thee Stallion was very concerned about her going to jail and her being in trouble. And to me, that's very strange. A gunshot victim being really concerned
where were they at?
about the police discovering,
you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on?
Send her to jail doesn't make sense to me. And this isn't Megan Thee Stallion's first run-in with the law. Megan Thee Stallion has a long rap sheet, bro. Megan Thee Stallion has multiple mugshots out there. So Megan Thee Stallion understands the law. If you did nothing wrong and you are the gunshot victim, why would you be going to jail for getting shot?
What's that? Do you think we're gonna go to jail? I don't know. We're trying to figure it all out. As long as you guys cooperate with us and you guys tell us what happened, we'll go accordingly, okay? But if you guys are not telling us, if you guys are, then I don't think really cannot go to jail. Okay.
I cannot have that on my image.
Okay. So how did that happen to you?
Glass.
Glass? Where?
Where we were coming from. I'm not from here, so I.
Okay.
That's the only place you got shot at? That's the only place you got shot?
I didn't get shot.
Oh, you did it?
No, ma'am. No, sir.
She was also very concerned about her image and how this story would make her look. The storyline of getting super drunk at Kylie Jenner's house, trying to fight Kylie Jenner, fighting your best friend, fighting a man that night, being exposed for sleeping with the man that your best friend is doing a sneaky link with, that looks bad for you. That looks horrible. And then stepping on a glass because you're super intoxicated and you're just drunk looks horrible. But the storyline of this really angry man shot at you because you stood up for yourself, now that storyline looks wonderful for your career. So you could understand how that got concocted as soon as she picked up that phone and called Rock Nation about the quote-unquote incident afterwards. I can almost tell you how that conversation went, bruh. Don't say nothing. Let's intervene. Let's try to get this all cleaned up. Because looking like a horrible drunk who was sleeping with your best friend's man looks crazy. Now, the police didn't just take her word for it. The police did their investigation at the scene. And at the scene, they discovered enough evidence to show that Megan Thee Stallion stepped on glass, which is why when the police charged Tory Lanez initially, they only charged Tory Lanez for gun possession because they found a gun, I think, on the passenger side of the vehicle.
Shooting or anything? That's how we got dispatched.
Well, we have the gun here, and then we have other units. They're searching the house where it happened, so that's all we have so far.
So nothing happened in the vehicle.
No, we don't have any casings, no.
And then there's some cash over. Looks like
Was the person who got caught with the other people here?
Oh, we saw that.
Were they all together?
they were all together.
Yes, they were all in the same car.
Okay. And then, do we know how she got cut?
I believe when she stepped down, there's a glass.
She dropped a glass bottle, and then I think she stepped on it and cut herself. And getting out of the vehicle.
Okay. So her friends didn't cut her then.
Right.
Oh, well.
Yo, they're straight up in apartments right now. Like, what's going on?
What previously happened?
I don't know who they're arresting here. Oh, is this the Tory Lanez arrest?
The corruption here is crazy. The police officer literally watched her with her own eyes, seen her in 4K with her own eyes, stepping on the bottle and then began to limp. She stepped on the bottle in front of the police officers. You just heard her say, oh man, she just stepped on the bottle and she cut her. So if they watched her step on the bottle, cut herself open, probably had some fragments go in the open wound because she's walking on literal glass at the time. How does this equate to Tory Lanez popped at her? Now, I do believe a gun was shot that night. Don't get me wrong. A gun was indeed shot that night. But I don't think that gun is what penetrated Megan Thee Stallion's skin.
What's that? Do you think we can go to jail?
What woman you know who just got shot is talking that calmly? Is that composed? Is that stoic? A gunshot victim? Is that composed? That stoic? It's kind of like somebody just sitting on the curb, man, like just waiting for the police to go away. Is that? Come on, bro. Bro, anybody with a brain can look at this and say, bro, what are we doing here, bro? How do we go from this to somebody being in jail right now for 10 plus years? This is crazy. And they even show the hospital footage where Megan Thee Stallion is telling the doctors, yeah, I stepped on glass. It's whatever.
And so what happened? You were just one ball stick in the lip.
A lot of what goes on with the arrest is discretional about a lot of things. Some of the things they have to call in to their superior, find out if it's a good arrest, meaning that the jail is not too filled. The DA wants to process it. The sergeant on duty usually knows all of that stuff. They know what the capacity is, what crimes the DA is looking for. Once you get into that system, once you get locked up, it's a wrap. Now you're being treated like any other criminal case. So yeah, it could definitely escalate to something more. They're gonna try to pin the most that they can on you, drop the smaller stuff. Even in this case, if it seems at least be made up.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really cut on my right foot. I just stepped on gas the other day. So you were already hurt when you got to the right.
She's like what, 5'10"? She's like 5'10", 5'11".
Pay attention to her saying,
Yeah,
I stepped on glass.
That's why they call her
the
Megan Thee
other day,
Stallion.
too. So she already had an open wound.
Horse?
And that would make sense when we get to the gun
but
and the
not
bullet
like
fragments
like
and
not
other
bad.
things involved in this case. But
A giant.
I stepped on glass the other day too. So hence when she stepped on glass tonight, it just re-aggravated the open wounds she already had. They provided the full timeline to expose the story that Megan Thee Stallion told of, I try to protect Tory Lanez initially, but the only reason I'm saying he shot me now is because he spoke out first. They provided a timeline to show that was an asshole.
So, why did she all of a sudden switch her story? We have the answer. It's in the secret sex tape. But we're going to show you some, but it's mainly going to be revealed if you download our course. If you join our course, $10,000 a month, you will get exclusive footage into this entire sex tape, all the breakdowns.
So get our course for $10,000. It's really not that much.
You're balling, ain't you?
Yeah, you're balling. You got it like that. And if you really want to have it like that, you know what I'm saying, you need to buy this course. And you know, we have all this secret sauce, all this secret information, you know what I'm saying, you'll ever need.
We got celebrities, everyone is in there. Don't miss out. It's easy. Pull out your wallets, take out your credit card, your favorite credit card, and just enter the numbers now. Don't worry about putting your address. Don't worry about putting your email. None of that stuff. Just enter your credit card. We will take the money and then we will give you access.
And the course is super helpful, and it has everything you'll ever need, from, you know what I'm saying, success tips to health tips to, you know, anything, everything, leaks, all that. If you want that, you know what I'm saying, lock in and buy the course. It's really just super simple. It's a few clicks. All you have to do is type in your credit card information, and you know what I'm saying, you're golden.
This course is worth a staggering $100,000 retail. But we are only giving it to you for $10,000.
Yeah, it's $10,000 a month, and the classes are one time a week.
Make sure that you bring grandparents, all of your family. Bring them. Make sure that they are part of the course.
Yeah, you're gonna have to turn your cameras on. If you don't turn your cameras on, we're kicking you out of the course. No refund.
There's no refund anyway, unless you bring 25 people, 25 extra people. In exchange, we will give you a refund. You have 2 hours to get a refund. If you like the course, if you don't like the course, that's not our problem. It is exclusive. Be there. Be what?
Lost.
Absolute lie. She did not say she stepped on glass initially to protect Tory Lanez, and she didn't change her minds because Tory Lanez spoke out first. That's a lie. So the timeline here goes. Megan posts about being shot on July 15, 2020. Megan names Tory Lanez to the police the following day, on July 16th for 2020.
This guy is not employed.
Tory Lanez haven't gone public yet. July 27th, Megan Thee Stallion goes live on Tory Lanez's birthday. Specifically, this was her first live. It goes on August 20th. Megan Thee Stallion publicly names Tory Lanez as the shooter, but she already named Tory Lanez as a shooter to the police
after
already,
the sex
okay?
tape.
And she goes live on his birthday to taunt him. Continues. Daystar tweets for the first time. So this is when Tory Lanez first tweet to clear his name. Tory Lanez goes live October 20th. This is the first time Tory Lanez goes live to clear his name. So they like, hold on, bro. If you told the police you like got shot, if like you got shot like the day afterwards, and you only told them you stepped on glass to protect Tory Lanez, then one, why'd you tell the police you got shot the day after? And then why did you go public naming Tory Lanez when Tory Lanez hadn't spoken or done any press whatsoever? Peep how Megan said in her statement, the narrative that is being reported about Sunday morning's events are inaccurate. She will claim that she was a victim, that she suffered a gunshot wound, and that they pulled bullets from out of her legs. She says, I was never arrested. The police officers drove me to the hospital where I underwent surgery to remove the bullets. Bullets? There was no bullets found in Megan Thee Stallion's leg. And the reason why Megan Thee Stallion was worried about being arrested, because if you look at the pictures they took at the police station of Kelsey's legs had nothing but cuts and scratches.
I'm noticing a serious pattern. She is doing everything out of concern for her image. She's lying to everybody, even to her fans. She's telling her fans that she got hit with bullets. She's acting like she went through that for real. She's LARPing, getting shot now. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering how believable this whole case is.
So she's signed with Rock Nation?
I think so.
And Rock Nation is affiliated with who? Jay-Z?
I think so.
She called them first, right? And they probably gave her like rundown, do this, this, and that.
Mm-hmm.
This was probably after she said that she wasn't shot.
Scratches on it. Megan Thee Stallion did a number on Kelsey, and she bragged about it in her song. All right, you could literally see in the song the lyrics says, "Who will snitch? I ain't never went to the police," with no names. So this is a song called "Shots Fired" by Megan Thee Stallion. She raps, "Who will snitch? I ain't never went to the police with no names. I thought a bid that got her chain snatched called a loss has something to say."
Was this after?
Hey, you think it's out of the realm of possibility that Kelsey, after getting whooped on by a woman 4 to 5 inches taller than her with about 50 pounds on her, you think it's out of the realm of possibility that she picked up a gun to defend herself? I don't think so.
Hold on,
and this storyline, my perspective.
So what I picked up is that Tory Lanez was messing with Megan Thee Stallion's friend, and Megan Thee Stallion had been sleeping with her friend's man, Tory Lanez. So it's kind of like what he's saying now is that Megan Thee Stallion is questionable because she has a motive for trying to attack either of them.
No, I get that, but it sounds like he's saying that they was actually just prior to it. He was saying maybe she got a, or maybe they was just arguing, fighting.
Mm-hmm. I think maybe he's saying that's a possibility, that they might have been fighting, and the other girl, I don't know her name, she's unknown, pulled the gun like as defense against big Megan Thee Stallion, 5'10" Megan Thee Stallion.
Lines up with what the only eyewitness said. What I think happened, my theory, is Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey got into a brutal fight. Tory Lanez tried to break it up. Kelsey grabbed a gun and fired shots at Megan Thee Stallion. The shots missed. However, the bullet fragments ricocheted. And they ricocheted and got into her foot due to the open wound she already had from stepping on glass in the prior days. And then when they all got back in the vehicle.
So he must not have dated a lot of women. Based on the way he's talking and the way he looks, what would you think would be, like, women usually will put each other under the bus. Even though her friend was supposed to be the one that was dating Tory Lanez, she was like the third person. But given the situation, who do you think that she would rat on or say did it? Do you think that it would be the guy in this case, or here's her best friend or whatever? He's cheating on her, and I guess whatever they get into an argument or something, it's a little bit confusing because, like, how did Kylie Jenner get in the situation, and why was she mad at Kylie Jenner if she wasn't really like dating him like that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if she was the side piece, then why would she get?
And when they all got back into the vehicle, I believe what took place was Megan Thee Stallion then hopped out the vehicle, stepped on glass further, re-aggravate the wound, made the wound look so much more crazy. The police said, "What the heck is this?" That's what happened. That's the only story that makes sense, and the eyewitness account backs that up. Here is Sean Kelly, the only eyewitness of this case, telling the police that he's seen Kelsey shoot Megan Thee Stallion or fire shots at Megan Thee Stallion. The shots missed.
Wait. No, it didn't. No?
They shot out of the car?
The windows were open, that's why it sounded like either way. Yeah, I didn't.
No, they were on my side. The girl opened the door, two girls fighting, and then they shot. Okay. She got out of the car.
Doors of the Escalade open, and
girl come out and pull open the passenger door and started screaming and yelling at somebody in the car.
So the girl who came out of the passenger, you're talking about the front passenger?
No, the rear.
The rear passenger. So the girl comes out of the rear passenger and she goes to the front passenger?
Yes.
And she opens up the car door?
Yes.
And then what happens?
They're screaming and shouting at each other and they start fighting.
The two girls?
Yeah, I can see one like feet coming out trying to kick her and the other one's fighting, and then the passenger gets out.
So the girl who does the punching and the kicking is the girl that comes out of the back passenger?
Can we stop there? Because I don't want to. I'll tell you, and then I want to go. My son's on his own.
Yeah, I understand.
I don't want
and it's loud with the cars.
I don't really want to. So basically, the car stopped. The girl in the back got out, started screaming and shouting, ripped the door, pulled the door open, but pulled it so sort of viciously. That's why I presume the driver got out. She starts screaming. She starts hitting the girl. The girl then had to start. Her feet come out. She starts to kick the girl away. The passenger. They get out, they start fighting here, they start fighting. The driver comes round and tries to sort of break it up. It gets a bit more violent. And between them, the girl then climbs back into the front driver passenger seat.
Where's the shorter black guy?
He's in the back.
He's in the back of the car? Okay.
Then the gun... girl shoots it. So the driver's door's open.
You're seeing the girl shoot?
Can I help you? I think, is it this house?
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
So you see the girl doing the shooting?
I see what appears to be the girl standing here and shooting into the car. That's what it looked like to me. But it was dark, and I'm above, so. But then the guy gets out again from the back.
And you want to know what happened to the only eyewitness who identified the woman shooting at Megan Thee Stallion? That eyewitness came to court, and when he got to court, the prosecutors took him upstairs. Now, the eyewitness was the defense witness. The defense was who called the eyewitness. The prosecutors didn't want to call the eyewitness. The defense called him. But when he got to court, Tory Lanez and his family watched the prosecutors take that eyewitness upstairs. And when he came back downstairs, he didn't speak to Tory Lanez, looked nobody in their eyes, went to the stand and completely changed up his story.
When we sat outside, my wife and I, we saw this gentleman come in and we sat down and it was identified for us that, oh, this is Mr. Sean Kelly. He's sitting across from us on the other side of the hallway. And as we sat there, the prosecution came out, one of their detectives or
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
And one of the prosecutors, they took this gentleman, they went upstairs, I believe it was to the 14th floor at that time. Mm-hmm. By the time this man came down, the witness they did not want to call, this man came down and his testimony became so embellished with other nonsense that people who saw it just looked at it and said, this is crazy.
Imagine telling the police seconds, minutes after the incident, everything you just saw fresh on your mind. And then a year and a half later, you go to tell that same story you told the police, and the prosecutors walk you upstairs, walk you back downstairs, and your entire testimony changed. Now, all of a sudden, you've seen Tory Lanez shooting. This, to me, is the corruptness that went on. Also, by the way, the owner of the gun, the prosecutor sealed that information. The owner of the gun, the name of the owner, got sealed. Nobody knows. All right. Tory Lanez's DNA was not found on the gun. It was actually 0.01% of his DNA found. But what that means is that's damn near like a billion black people, right, share like 0.01% of DNA. So his DNA was not found on the gun. the eyewitness is saying Kelsey shot Meg. Megan Thee Stallion is admitting, hey, listen, man, I stepped on glass the other day. I already had an open wound. The gunshots probably got fired at her by Kelsey. She probably stepped on bullet fragments that went into her foot, bruh. And also, by the way, the bullet fragments that got pulled out of her foot, those bullet fragments mysteriously went missing. They can't be found. They lost the evidence. And Tory Lanez still got convicted in court. To me, this is the example of being railroaded. But let me know what you think. I really want to know. All right, let me know your honest opinion about this, bruh. Not what you heard. No, your honest opinion.
Well, we already know what happened because we have all the footage behind the scenes, behind our course. If you really want to know what happened, we're not going to tell you here.
Bring your credit card. Well, you can afford it because you're balling, right? Then the payment processing goes through. Once we get that email confirmation, you will get an email confirmation from us. That could take 1 hour, 60 days. Once you get that email confirmation, we need you to log in. Make sure that you get past the capture. We make sure we have confirmation of payment. And we're actually going to need 4 months up front. So make sure that you pay. We will see you on the other side of the paywall.
Mm-hmm. Be ready to get some results. You know what I'm saying? After you buy this course. Just to further explain, we have all the methods. You know what I'm saying? So when you buy this course, you can get any single method that's related to your personal and skill base. We can help you fit that direct skill base so you can profit off of it. And we do everything. Everything. We know everything, crypto, everything. We have all the methods. If you tap in.
No, don't forget to tell them about our consultation.
Oh, yes.
You could call and you could get direct consultation from us.
Mm-hmm.
It is $5,000 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
That's for the group consultation.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have our second package, $15,000 an hour. That is for a smaller group. Then if you want the one-on-one session, we recommend that you get it. It is the best thing for you. For $25,000 an hour, we will give you our undivided attention, probably roughly 50% of that time. And we will answer your question. You want to get rich? You want to become a billionaire, a gazillionaire? We will help you get there.
Mm-hmm.
But you must pay the $25,000 a month per hour.
Mm-hmm. I have a separate course you can actually get for $50,000. It's a one-time payment. No, actually it's $75,000 for the original one. So it's $75,000. All you have to do is just send me the money and I'll come fly to you. Literally, all you have to do is just type in your credit card information. I'll know where you're at. I'll pull up. So all you have to do is just send me the money. That's $75,000. It's one-on-one consultation. You know what I'm saying? If you want me to coach you one-on-one for 1 hour, I'll make that $75,000 worth it. And I promise you won't regret it.
Well, excellent. Sign up today. See you on the other side.
You don't have no other courses? No other courses? No other
Actually, we do have those other two courses. One is $12,000, and that's for the whole course. Don't worry, but that's only for 6 months. So after 6 months, then you have to pay another $12,000, and then we have another one for $180,000. But believe me, it's well worth it. We will share everything with you, all our adventures. You will. It'll be like you're there. Actually, it'll be like you're there, like true VR, surround sound, everything. But you have to pay.
Yep. 180,000. This is a lifetime deal. Don't miss out. You know how many orders we already have for these courses? There's so many people signing up for these courses, and you don't want to miss out, man. You don't.
Together, we help thousands of people, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people have already bought in our course. Don't be late. Anyone could have it. They're walking around with the secrets that you don't have. You don't want to be left out.
And just, you know what I'm saying? You can even hear it from some of our reviews. I'll put some reviews up on the screen, you know what I'm saying? And let you decide for yourself.
We have plenty of reviewers, and they all say the same thing. They love our course, and they will call, they will super chat, and they will tell you how much they love our course.
So make sure you buy it. You know what I'm saying? Buy our course. We have a whole section just for all the celebrity leaks, all of that. If you want to see that, make sure you go buy the course. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Until next time, don't get shot in the foot. Don't get shot in the foot by
A centaur.
By a centaur. Don't get shot in the foot by a 5'10"